Get
gives them a
ready
lot
to
of
play.
space to work with if that happens as well. So they can push out a lot. They can find all the other teams that are fighting with each other and just kind of get the tags in the back.
Yeah.
So Husky Wax and Pug Salad are looking to fight
Red.
whoever's on green team at red base.
Yeah. So this is potentially a bit of confidence on their part. Going, well, we're happy to do this.
Yeah.
So you've got green sitting there at the front. They might not stay. We've got a couple of teams in green as well.
Yeah, that's Falcon, Dodge, and Potato and Yellow by the looks at green base against purple.
Which is Dragon, Azoran, and Vivi, I think.
Yeah, that does look like Dragon inside green base next to the ref, yeah.
That's a really interesting one.
If I was Dragon, I wouldn't be standing off with that team at the start of a game, I think.
No, maybe not. So
Get ready.
It's a bold decision.
Oh,
And it paid off.
It paid off. And she's just systematically destroyed that team in the base.
Yep.
So well done.
Yeah, looks like Dragon's having a great time in that base.
Yeah. Where was the rest of it?
Possibly pushed outside backdoor.
Yeah. See Nivier there just behind the stack of tires.
Yep.
Tagging through the base itself.
Yep, looks like Noodle, Sadlam, and Sicarius playing in the center of the arena off the back, the front door of green there in the bottom left camera.
Yep. And we got blue pushing out between red and green there.
They're in a pretty tough spot there, I think, because I feel like they're just going to be sandwiched between the teams that are fighting for bases.
A little bit, yeah. They're fighting there against that purple player who's there. And we'll go back to these bases for a moment. So orange team, Dodge, Potato, and Falcon.
A Cyan,
Posted up there. Yeah.
Cyan player running around outside red base.
Yeah.
It looks like they got given red.
Yeah.
Whoever was looking like they were going to stand off with them at the start. Looks like they've decided it wasn't worth it and they've taken off.
The problem they have, though, is that no one wants to fight them, which means unless they push out, they're not going to get points.
Yep,
and you
exactly.
still win this game on points.
Yep.
Because unless they have a very, very huge cracker of game, we're not seeing teams eliminated in the same way as we would have in other years.
Yep.
Which means you are going to have to get these points.
Yeah. That being said, I've trained enough against those three that I know that all three of them are very, very good at finding points in the middle of an arena. It looks like they're playing pretty conservatively to start. They've lost 3 lives across their whole team so far. Yeah. So it's quite possible they're going to maybe hold on to lives and just suss out where people are and go for a big push later on.
Yeah.
That being said, we are coming up to the halfway point.
And the balancing up between too little, too late.
Yeah.
Becomes something that you've got to worry about. Blue team is sort of holding blue base.
Yeah, they did have 2 players get stunned and retreat to the cover of the base just a second ago.
We have orange posted up in the green base as well.
They've got the points by the looks of things.
Yeah, but and you can see them off to the side there. So we've got orange kind of this is slightly unusual compared to the other games we've seen, where the orange is posted up on the front of green rather than the back of green.
Yep.
And that might have something to do with those blue players that are sitting in between red and green.
Yep. It would also just posting up on the front door of green there, they can kind of restrict the movement of the team that's holed up in blue base as well.
Eliminated.
Not really give them an opportunity to push up onto their backs so they can focus forwards towards where the other teams are kind of standing off with each other.
Absolutely. So we see actually Trav get eliminated, which is a little bit rough.
Yeah, especially considering his teammates have 8 and 7 lives. Like he could have quite easily swapped to a more defensive position with one of his other players once he was starting to get a bit low on lives. Purple team Not looking great on lives at the moment. Dragon
No.
on 3, Azoran on 2. UVA still has 9.
Which is...
And Azoran's down to 1, so they should probably be looking at swapping with Nivier right now.
Yeah, they've got to be really careful with that and actually utilize those lives there.
Yeah.
We say that Nivier goes down to 8.
Purple player eliminated.
Hug Salad, Wax, and Husky again. They've been left alone for a bit, but they're now fairly low on lives. And with 2.5 minutes left, do they have the ability to actually catch up on the pack?
Yeah, Pug's going to have to be very careful with 3 lives left.
Yes, yeah.
Orange team still looking relatively healthy. Potatoes down to 4, but Dodge is at 8.
Yes, 8 lives, and I think 5.
Falcon's still relatively healthy as well. Green is doing well for
I was going
lives
to say,
at
yeah,
the
Green's
moment
doing
as well.
very well for lives. And if they decide, where are they at the moment? Where is Green? In the middle of the maze again?
Yep,
Yeah.
that sad lamp there in that bottom camera.
Standing on that, posted on up on the wall. Cool. This game's got 1.5 minutes left. I feel like
Purple player eliminated.
Pug Salad, Husky, and Wax may have underplayed their hand a little bit here.
Pink player
Found
eliminated.
themselves in a slightly awkward position on the outside.
Yeah, it's quite possible that they had to push so far into the arena to find points that people got around behind them as well.
Yeah.
Just based on their scores and how many lives they have left. Bluely being eliminated, 2 purple players eliminated as well with Dragon and Azor, and
You've just got the one pink player running around the front of blue there, I think.
yeah, down to 1 life. So someone knows that they're by themselves
yeah.
and they're not.
They're
having
being
a good
hunted
time.
by Green, I think. There you go. It's done.
Pink team
Yeah, and
eliminated.
Green is definitely in a position where they can hunt players now.
Yep. We are seeing No Idea, Benny, and Jam kind of creep those points up, and they've got the lives to do it.
Yep.
So
No Idea just needs to make sure he doesn't push a little too aggressively because he has all of their team's points.
I was going to say, you've got Cyan inside of Green, but you've got Blue playing the entire sort of back of Blue base and into the front. So going after those Green players that are in the middle there.
Yeah, it looks like Cyan's just taking control of that green base to try and protect their lack of lives at the moment. Like, Husky's outside the base at the moment because he has the most lives.
Yeah.
And the Pug and Wax with 2 lives apiece are hanging
Purple
inside.
team eliminated.
10 seconds to go. That might be everything. This is a particularly high-scoring game and fairly consistent across the board. Dragon, Zoran, and all that all eliminated
Game
now,
over.
and there you
Please
go.
proceed to
I
exit.
feel like, well done on Green, playing that midfield
Yeah.
really, really well. We always sort of suspected that would be the more dangerous of the spots, but they've
If
played
you're
it
covering
well. your
teammates' backs,
Yeah.
you can look after each other pretty well there. There's a lot of places where you can set up to look after each other and have your backs covered.
Yeah. Look, want to get points? Husky, Wax, and Pug Salad, which we sort of picked as the scariest one, just coming through at the end there, not quite getting the points that they need. Obviously, high tag ratios in this sort of game format. But domination streaks is an interesting one. No Idea clearly bullying Bluely a little bit there through that game. So that's a little bit rough. All right. I'm stepping away, I believe.
We have 2 people